All right, welcome back to another exciting episode of Stardom Bed'em Fantasy Football Podcast, where gambling meets fantasy. I'm your host, Brendan Shelley. I'm with my guy, Dan Ambrose. Dan, what's happening, dude?
Rough Sunday for me, betting-wise. Not great. Monday night was good, though. Not bad. How was your Monday night?
You know how my Monday night was. Everybody that listens to this show or knows me personally knows how my Monday night is, and it's subsequently just continued on.
I wanted to record last night after the game. That's
so
what I
bad.
wanted to do. That's
Yeah,
what I wanted
bet
to
you
do.
did. I was not in a state of mind to record. That would have been the worst recording of all time. It would have just been stuttering rambling of anger.
So let's talk about it, because I'm gonna probably get you down that rabbit hole here in a second.
All right, let's go.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left of the game.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Horrible. Everything about that whole offense. There were so many times where the play calls made no sense. Like, here you go, that one play, 3rd and 6. This was one of the game-changing moments. I'm serious, too. They had a lot of momentum. Barkley just broken off a couple big runs, good receptions. They look good. And then they do this bullshit dink and dunk stuff right at the line of scrimmage, and they're waiting on it. Devontae Smith, 3rd and 6, they tried a bubble screen with him that was blown up. And from that moment on, I said to Elisa and my friend that was over, I'm like, we're going to lose this game. We can't call plays like that in situations like that when the offense is rolling. You know, we should, in that position, we should be a 4-down offense, and we can't even be a 4-down offense because the tush push doesn't work if you don't have a healthy offensive line. And I've been saying that since week 7 this year on the Eagles. They don't have an offensive line. It's frustrating. So you did see positive runs from Barkley when he kind of hung out behind Landon Dickerson. They had him swinging out and hitting some blocks. He ended up getting hurt in the middle of the game, and that's when it went really downhill for the Eagles. There was also a lot of flail blocks by A.J. Brown. Troy Aikman was like praising him. I don't know why he was praising the one block he did. The rest was just trash. Troy Aikman did come back, though, however, and just destroyed A.J. Brown on that drop, the high throw that he went up and didn't catch midfield. Remember, Hurts wheeled it in there. He threw it in fast.
I was thinking the one at the
end zone where his arm was held back. That was the other one. Yeah. And Aikman kept saying, look, this is not A.J. Brown's fault, but earlier was A.J. Brown's fault. So that was great.
4 interceptions, not great. I still think that he should have had 5. That one that they called back, even with the booth review, I have yet to see a video that shows that differently. Like that I guess I haven't seen a video that shows the ball hitting the ground.
I don't know. The one angle you can see. I don't
see it hit the ground.
It's his forearm, and then you see it bounce real quick. It's the ground.
You see it hit the ground? I didn't see it hit the ground.
There was one view, and they showed it one time, and it was grainy as shit, too. It's the only time they showed that view.
Conclusive evidence, right, is what you need?
There was conclusive evidence, in my opinion, of that drop interception. But
did you see the one from the Chiefs game the night before where they changed the call, and then Andy Reid's like, what? And he tries to challenge it, and then they're like, oh, just kidding, he's right, we were wrong.
I did see that. That was insane. I don't know. That should not have been a reviewable call, because all turnovers are reviewed. They reviewed it and they said, no, we're wrong.
They called it, I think it was a spot foul. I think it might have even been a spot. I was driving and I was listening to the radio, and they're like, it got overturned by the booth, and then Andy Reid's like, no, and throws the flag, and they're like, you can't do that. And they're like, and then the booth calls back down. I was like, oh, he's right. Like, we were wrong.
Yeah.
So
luckily he did that, or you know what I mean, or they never would have gotten that call. So props to the big guy for trying. Tell you who didn't try, the rest of his team, because
he blew that game for them. Andy Reid. Andy Reid blew that game for him.
Same offense and same play management that got him booted out of Philadelphia. Yeah. That's exactly why we didn't want him here longer. Don't get me wrong, he's first ballot Hall of Fame, one of the greatest coaches of all time, and we were spoiled with him. We really were, but we got so acclimated to making the NFC Championship and losing and never getting over that. And it was such a drastic decision for Jeffrey Lurie. I would not want to be in his shoes, but he had to do it. So it was the right play, and it got us to where we are now. And I don't know if I like where we're at right now, but we got a Super Bowl. We got 2 Super Bowls since Andy. And Andy's got 3, right? So worked out for both teams. It really did. And but I think between it just Andy and his old crew, he brings in his old buddies, the guys like Nagy and Spagnuolo. Like, these are guys that have been in the league for 20, 30 years. It's funny. People are like, oh, they're not inventive. I guarantee next week they're going to come out with some crazy shit. I know
Think so?
Andy
Yeah,
Reid's probably,
maybe.
yeah, I really think that way. That's what Andy does.
No. I just don't
We
know.
do this every now and again, and then he
It's
comes back
10-10.
and impresses.
It's 10-10, and you go for it on 4th down on your
I
end
don't
of the
under, yeah,
field,
that
and
was
your defense
stupid
is
as shit.
playing great.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
I'm with
it
you.
was so stupid. I don't know.
Yep, 1,000,000%. That made 0
Mm,
sense. Though there was just a weird weekend in general. Some injuries too. We got to get into some of the injuries
yeah.
too. Jaden Daniels, the guy that we talked, I don't like them playing him. Well, guess what? They played him, and he's hurt. So
It's
I this
unfortunate for
loss.
Jaden,
Mhm.
but Washington deserves it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't
Yeah, I
want
agree
to
with
see him get
that.
hurt,
Yeah,
but, like, if you're that stupid, Washington, then you get what you deserve.
yeah, makes doesn't make any sense. And on top of it too, like I I mistakenly thought JJ McCarthy sucked again, so I went and hammered all the Commanders defenses that I could get just for the waiver wire film defense and a couple of my leagues with playoff implications. And oh my God, they were one of the worst defenses in the NFL last
Yeah.
week. It was
That whole
horrible.
thing was a trap, like, because
Yeah.
the line never changed, and then Jaden came back, and it kind of flipped a little bit, like, moved, like, 1 or 2 points. It's like, the whole thing was weird. I just stayed off of that
Hmm.
one.
And then also in that game, we were talking about Andy Reid in Philadelphia, Zach Ertz, beloved Philly hero, man. That was heartbreaking seeing that guy cry like that on the sidelines. His career is probably over.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see the hit? Did you see it in slow
I saw
motion?
yeah,
It is,
I was watching the game.
it's disturbing. Like you should, if you are listening to this and you have an uneasy stomach when you see injuries, don't watch it. But if you're curious, it's worth the watch. That shit, it goes the way it shouldn't go. His knee, midair too. It's pretty bananas. But Zach Ertz, I love that guy. I actually made a trade for him in 2 of my leagues too because I thought playoff runs, and Ertz has been awesome. 4 or 5 catches a game, and that's it for him. He had a good run. I don't know what happens there. I guess it's Bates, or you have Ben Sinnott, the second round kid from a couple years ago that was supposed to take over. I thought this was going to be his year. He did not. Ertz kept the job. Ertz played well. So Bates is the one that's kind of getting the receptions now. I would like to see Sinnott get in the office, or Sano. I don't know how to say his name. We don't see him. That's why I don't know how to say it. I see it on paper all the goddamn time. Never see it in a game. So whatever he does, I'll be excited to see that. But feel for Zach Ertz. Daniel Jones. We talked about him, his broken leg he was playing on. Yeah, dude, it was legit broken, and now he tore shit around it too. So that poor bastard. I mean, and the reason why he's playing through an injury like that, number one, the team's hot. Number two, this was for his life, this job. I mean,
Oh.
he's trying to get that Sam Darnold money right
I
now.
got
You
another
know, like,
theory.
yeah, please go ahead.
I think that the season was about to turn for him, and I think, weirdly, this injury will help him secure another year
I,
as a Colts
dude,
quarterback.
technically you're correct.
You know
He
what I mean?
has been in a tailspin of
Yeah,
statistical.
it's been a rough
Yeah,
3 or 4 weeks, right? And
he
he's
is
been hurt,
not.
banged up, well,
Mhm.
I get it, but there was whispers
This is
of the old Daniel
great.
Jones is back, right? Like,
This
Daniel
is
Jones is
great.
back, and I think with the way he played, and I think
Hmm.
rightfully so, he should come back, be the Colts quarterback next year and see how
Yeah.
it goes again, but I think this is weirdly gonna help him more than hurt him.
This is why I love this show with you, man. You're the perfect co-host. This is a awesome tinfoil theory that I'm like,
Yeah,
I can get behind that because
yeah.
you've seen him go down that road of where his statistics are looking more and more like Daniel Jones. And you're like, uh-oh. And now you don't have to worry about him curtailing off, and he can still get the contract. You're right.
It cost Darnold so much money last year when this all
It
happened.
did. It did. You're right. You're 100% right. It cost him probably $60 million in
At
guaranteed
least, yeah,
money.
yeah.
If he continued to play well throughout the playoffs, or at least got them one playoff win, you're talking
Yeah.
$60 million more a
Or
year.
if he
He'd
got
still
hurt
be in Minnesota.
or if he got hurt in week 16 or 15, he would have been
Yeah.
fine. They would have been like, "Oh,
Yep.
shit, that's just bad luck. Well, we got our guy." You know what I mean? And I think that's kinda what we're seeing with what we're gonna see with Jones.
Yeah, I take back. He would still be in Minnesota. No, they're all in on McCarthy. They were, even if he played well last season, like lights out, they would have been in an awkward position, but no,
Mhm.
they probably would have went with them again.
No, they coulda went
Yeah.
with Darnold again because, A, they could have probably
Well, they have
franchised him,
Duluth. They got
or
a cheap
they're not
contract behind
paying
him.
McCarthy much, right? I mean, it's
No,
not
they're not. He's got the first round money.
right.
He gets the first round money, which is a lot for a rookie, but in the grand scheme of the NFL, you know, payroll, nah, that's nothing. So Daniel Jones, and then here's the fun twist. Anthony Richardson, they're not even going to activate him. He's
Why
eligible
would you
for activation.
when you got the
Phillip Rivers.
Bullet in the chamber coming back in there.
The chamber. What do you think he's got? Another 3 kids on the way right now? What's he playing for? What's this money for? These kids, he's got 12 of them or whatever. I mean, they're all got to go to college, so he's got to figure something out. This is insane, So he'll be a lot of doggone it. Here's the fun part. He's on the practice squad for now. He's eligible for the NFL Hall of Fame this year. You know that, right? And he's on the list. So if he is put on the active roster, he has to wait another, I think, 5 or 6 years again to be eligible, which is not a big deal. But at that point, you're almost 50 years old.
Yeah,
he's 50 years old. But
he'll still remember.
Yeah, it's an interesting conundrum, especially because if he gets on that field, he's going to get destroyed. They have a murderer's row of last games going on there between defenses. Every one of them is played above average versus a quarterback. Some of them are in the top 3 against quarterbacks. So Phillip Rivers,
no way you start him against Seattle. I
know it's insane. It's insane. It's like, welcome back. Here you go.
Yeah, no, there's no way he's playing this week. I think there's a chance he plays the week after, though.
Yeah, I read a line in one of the articles by a guy I don't even like, but I try to read everything I can to get different perspectives. He said a great line. He's like, I don't know what the Colts are thinking. Getting a quarterback off the street this late in the season is dumb. Getting a 44-year-old off the street who hasn't played in half a decade, like it's dumber.
Was the last season he played was COVID?
Stupid to do this because for one, you're risking his injury, which they don't care about. But for number 2, it's like, what are you looking to do right here? If this is going to be a positive step in the right direction, if anything, you need Riley Leonard to get healthy, or so you can get him on the field and get some reps for the rookie. Because right now he's hurt, I think. So that's the whole issue they're in. They're going to have Brett Rippon, I think, as a starter.
Yeah, I guess that was my question. Is that what happened? Is that why they're not like?
Yeah, Riley Leonard has a something with his knee, I think. So so I think it's going to be Riley. It's going to be Brett Rippon this week, and then there's a chance Rivers gets on the active roster, dude. I'm telling you, or at least an emergency quarterback situation.
Well, you don't even
they don't have anybody
in as emergency.
No, they're saying they're not. Steichen came out and said we're not activating Richardson. He already said that.
I think it'll cause more issues. I really think they're just trying to trade him, keep his value.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's face it. If Richardson comes in and shows up, which isn't going to happen, but let's say he goes balls to the wall.
Yeah,
what are we doing then? What are you doing as a Colts organization? You have Daniel Jones not under contract. You have Richardson under how many more years does he have left?
2, right? Because they get 4, right?
Yeah, I think 2 more years, maybe. Yeah, so he's got 2 years on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? In this situation, like you said, there's no drama from the fans. There's no drama from the locker room. Just don't play him. You're asking for trouble if you play Richardson. For one, he looks like an idiot. You look like an idiot because you drafted an idiot. or he plays lights out and you look even more silly. And now you're in a situation where like, shit, that backfired on us. Crazy. There's it's going to be an interesting upcoming week or 2 for the Colts. Yeah. I'm very, very curious to see what happens.
The final month in general, like the playoffs, where I thought it was getting further and further away, like things were starting to make sense. Now good teams are losing.
Yep.
Things are starting to bunch up a little bit, and who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. We did good this weekend, by the way. If you followed me, you did very good. Dan, you had a rough weekend. We talked about that already. Cardinals and Ravens. For us, the ones that lost.
The Bills one, I was like, I thought I was out of it, and then I was like, oh shit. And then
were you pushed, right?
No, I lost.
Oh, by the hook, right? You were 3.5?
No, I have 5.5.
Oh my God. That sucks. Yeah. All right. That sucks. I did I don't even know if I'm going to keep this in, but Pickett did like a year in review thing. That's like their new thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I had 14 bets, NFL bets, lose by the hook this year.
I wonder if mine is. I'll have to look at mine.
It's pretty fun. It shows the biggest ones and where you got hurt the most.
They did it last year. Yeah. Like team.
I was 2 for 3 on parlays this year.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe that's my new, maybe that's the move. By the way, if you're listening to this and you think I'm serious, you're not listening to enough episodes. I like my money. I don't do parlays. Dan likes his money. He doesn't do parlays.
If your wife would not be happy if you start doing parlays.
Yeah, let's face it. Actually, I wouldn't be saying my wife. I'd say my ex if I start doing parlays. She's too smart for that. But you can run away with easy bets like Kincaid. I think you followed me on that one, Dan, right? I don't know. But Kincaid's an easy win every time he's at 2.5 or under. He was a hit. We had Trevor Lawrence over 1.5 touchdowns. Blake Corum, my pick of the week, over a half catch. That was a lock of the year. Lamar Jackson, boy, this one sucked. I bet Lamar over 250 yards as a fun prop bet at plus 175. That didn't work out. You know who we should have bet, Dan? The guy we
Yeah,
laughed about.
I know.
Shador Sanders.
Well,
Yep. And
I might have been even on the season had I done what I was going to do.
well, we talked about it, therefore it's a lock. And I said, you got to bet it, man. We talked about it. You know it's going to hit now if you don't bet it. And you're like, we laughed, and the episode ended. I don't know if I even kept it in the last episode, but that was the end of the conversation before we cut the video last time. And yeah, Shador hit, if you guys saw. I mean, he put up like 364 yards. What was the prop at?
So his actual game total was over 165.
Yeah.
Over 200 was plus 190 or plus 200. And then to go over 250 was like 7-1 or 8-1.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Shame.
It is a shame. My other big pick this week, Olamide Zaccheaus, he dropped a couple balls. I don't think he had any catches. I don't think I won that bet. Travis Kelce is my other big loss of the week. What a mess that was. That was horrible. That catch where that was intercepted, that looked like something out of the Three Stooges, where he's running, he caught it, and he's like, oh.
Yeah.
The guy behind him's like, thanks, man.
Like, those guys not catching the ball is insane. Like, Rice
That's been a problem since Kadarius Toney there. That they have had an epidemic of drops from receiver position.
Maybe they need to bring him back.
I thought they were going to invest and bring in new people, get a brand new revamped wide receiver room. They didn't do anything. They really didn't.
I guess I'm maybe he just isn't as good as what I'm like thinking, but like I figure like Hollywood Brown, like why is he not being used more?
He's not as good as you're thinking.
Yeah.
He's an excellent go route guy. It's a wide receiver. It's what he just runs straight routes.
Right. That's what they're doing with Thornton.
Done better this season underneath, and he's had some decent success in Arizona. But the dude is always hurt. He's not the guy that can hang your hat on.
Thornton now as that go route guy too, and he dropped the ball. I mean, you can say he didn't drop it. He got hit, but he did. That should have been caught. It was just a strange game. That game, and then I guess did we decide to take Baker Mayfield out of the Hall of Fame yet? Because like everybody was riding him for 2 months of the year and can't beat the Saints.
Yeah, I was very, very happy with what I saw. I was big on him in fantasy land too. And he's still putting up decent numbers.
Let's hate Bucky Irving, but let's love Baker Mayfield.
Bucky's back. Did you see my post before the game? You know, a little Angels in the outfield love.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. The man got baptized for you religious folks. And then the wings of Christ brought him across the goal line for a nice prop touchdown. I don't know. Probably going to edit that out or lose viewers.
Somebody might get some. You never know.
That team in general, I don't understand what's going on with the Buccaneers because they are inconsistent. I was buying in on them. I was excited for them. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with that team. They should have won that game. The fact that New Orleans was able to beat them is pathetic. And Tyler Shook looked good, man. He's coming along. He's getting comfortable. So,
I'm
touchdowns in the air.
They got to be happy with that, right? I mean, like,
yeah,
they have to be very, very satisfied with what they're seeing right now.
He's doing what Will Levis couldn't do. Second round pick, trying to earn his keep, getting a spot on the roster, and then he's making things happen when he got the opportunity.
I can't wait for that next year with the Titans. I really think
it's going to be interesting.
There's going to be a battle. There has to be. Like Cam Ward's not the guy. Like he's not great. But like, what do you do this year when you have the number 1 pick?
Are they going to take a quarterback again? I don't know, man. If it makes sense, I would. Who gives a shit? You know, you find your guy. You find the guy that works for you. That's what the draft's for. It's a gamble in the end. You don't want to do that with first round picks. That's suicide as an organization. But to not take a flyer on let's say somebody slips in the draft. I don't know enough about this year for college. There's a couple guys I'm excited to see, but I really am excited for the 2027 class. There's about 3 quarterbacks coming out of there that are just off the charts. So obviously Arch Manning, everybody knows him, but there's a couple other in that class that are fun to watch. It's going to be a fun class in general. We can get into, I need to do more research, to be honest. I need to watch more college.
It won't matter anyways because some clown will ball out during the
senior week.
Yeah, senior week or some meaningless bowl game, and then we'll think we need to pay him.
That's how Tyler Shook came about, man. Tyler Shook came that way. He was a Louisville, he was a 5th-year starter, had jumped around team to team, and people were like, this guy. But he has a raw talent that showed off in the Senior Bowl, and then he also played really well at the Combine and a few other things. And that's why he went in the second round to the Saints. Like, I really feel that way. I think he's one of those guys that earned his spot just from his performance the last few weeks of college. Yeah. All right, let's get to the shitty game because I don't like this game at all. I'm glad we talked about other games because we had more content. This would have been like a 4-minute episode, everybody. I'm not thrilled with this game at all.
If at the beginning of the season I saw this game, I'd be like, "This is gonna be a great game," because it usually is. But now we got Kirk Cousins versus Baker Mayfield, Falcons, Bucs. Buccaneers right now at -4, or you can get it at 4.5, depending where you're looking. And I think it's a trap line. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It is. Buccaneers should be 6.5.
Feels like that, right? But like they're just struggling, and my numbers do say as well, like it should be about 5. So I mean, there's probably a little bit of value to take the Bucs right now. But you saying that Drake London's probably out as well.
He is.
Kind of makes me lean even more towards the Bucs. I mean, just another weapon the Falcons don't have. They got Cousins, which it's crazy how, I mean, I get you had Achilles surgery and stuff like that, but like he dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah,
like
he did.
He should never play another down in this league after next year.
Yep, so, I agree with that. He's at least he should be a backup.
No, I don't even think that. Like, I don't think he can do it. Like, I don't think he should even be in the league. Like, I don't get it. I was like, I thought, like I told you before the season, not that I was maybe wrong because they weren't great with Penix either, but like I thought Cousins would be starting this year because then they would have Penix wait it out. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. He's at 202 yards for the over/under. I'm not touching that because Cousins could. Yeah, I mean, you want to bet over all the time on that with Cousins. I mean, that's a hit for me. So off the past Cousins, that's a lock. This Cousins this season, I don't know, man. And
44.5 is the number, the total number too. I can't even picture in my head how to get to that number.
No, because you have two teams that know each other like the back of their hands, and this either going to be a shootout or a nothing game till the third quarter. So, and I don't like this game. Viewers, if you're picking this up by now, the prop that I actually put in play so far, I think is a kicking prop. Do you see what I put up there? I got to check on my app, but I think I bet kicking prop. The other ones I'm going to look at and I'll put up on X so you guys can follow me. So you folks can get your action. All right. I'm not going to call what you are, but you know who I'm talking about. All right. So you can follow me in there. But as for the game in general, the only thing I like in this game, I think I did Chase McLaughlin kicking points over 7.5. And that was at -120. To me, it makes sense because like it's one of those that cover both. We talked about this where, they go off, you get a couple touchdowns, you get some extra points. They don't, they still out in the red zone, which probably will happen, and they get some field goals. And they'll have the offense to get in the red zone, no problem. So I think Chase McLaughlin over 7.5 points, set -120. It's worth the VIG to me. Yeah. Outside of that, I was not impressed with any of the props. I was looking through these things for quite some time today, and most of the props are not active. I don't know if you're seeing this on your end, but very confused by what I'm seeing here. Like receptions made. Do you see over/under receptions on any of the apps outside of that? Do you have any Bucs on yours?
I got Pitts and Robinson. That's it. Nothing on the Tampa side.
That's me too on every app. I'm very confused by this, which we talked about this earlier. Godwin is questionable. We didn't talk about him in the injury wrap-up because I thought he was okay, but he's listed as questionable. And Mike Evans, there's rumors he might come back. And then Emeka Egbuka, is he hurt? Did I miss that? I might have missed that. So I need to research this, but I don't see him on the over/under either. Might be Baker. He was questionable coming into this week, right?
I'm seeing Baker stats for rushing. So.
Yeah. Very confusing game. So, and then rushing props, I'm not thrilled with any of these. I was looking for some obscure ones like your Rashad Whites and receptions or anything in regards to that. I don't see anything. I got Bucky Irving or I got Bijan Robinson. I guess Bucky's not bad to go there, 83.5, but I'm not touching that. I don't like this game. I don't
Cousins
like the props.
To throw in interceptions at -130.
That's a pretty good bet. I might even go, you know what, for old time's sake, nostalgia, I'll put a little penny or two on Cousins over 202. You and I both know he can do that. For this season, no.
No. Don't do that.
I'm doing
I
it.
don't think so. I don't
I'm
think
going to
so.
do it. Either way, the
I
kicking
think
bet is the way to
how
go.
about
That's
this?
it.
If you're gonna do
Yeah.
that, then I think you just should go over 1.5 touchdowns. It's 2-1.
No, I saw that. But who's he going to throw to in the red zone? Kyle Pitts? You think Kyle Pitts is going to be my guy in the red zone?
I don't know. You think he's gonna get 202 yards too? I don't know the answer to that question either.
Well, Bijan will get at least probably 50 for him. I mean, seriously, Bijan's the guy to get 50 yards.
How do you not like? But if there's no Drake London, I mean, how do
Yeah.
you not just everything? All focus is on Bijan and make Cousins beat it by throwing.
They run pretty good schemes where they get Bijan open in the flat. They have him
Right.
cut through up the middle. They're good at scheming the way to get them the ball. They'll make some plays, some picks, get them open. This game just screams like stay away from me.
This is the coach we hired. Atlanta hired over Belichick, right?
Yeah, it's bananas to me. Why? Because him and Arthur Blanc like butted heads back in the day over Home Depot or some shit. Like, what happened there? Like, what are you doing, Arthur? You like Art? I'm sorry, you don't go by Arthur. You're Art. More official. Yeah, I mean, I was also looking at other props. Like, where's Tyler Algier? Like, is he hurt too? I'm very confused by this, man. Darnell Mooney. Maybe we could look at some Mooney bets. Is he hurt?
So I have it up right here. I have.
Yeah.
So, well, as we said, Drake London's out. So Evans obviously. Godwin was full participant, so he should be playing. Irving full participant. I don't see anything with Ibuka on here.
Yeah.
Mayfield full participant. Like I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna do, the bet that I like here, and
Mike Evans was limited participation in practice. He could be coming back.
I told you that, so I said he might be coming back.
Not this week, though, right?
This week. They said he's coming back potentially this week.
Why am I just not betting $1 million on the...
We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if he's going to play. We don't know where he's at health-wise, too.
You haven't convinced me not to put $1 million on him yet, so...
Okay, I haven't convinced you. For one, there's no bets on him, so you can't bet $1 million on him.
No, I'm just saying...
You can bet on the Buccaneers. Yeah, the Buccaneers.
Yeah,
do you know why I'm not doing $1 billion on them? Because this is the most trappiest shit I've ever seen in my life. The Bucs should easily be 6.5 versus Falcons team. They really should, especially with Kirk Cousins at the helm. Even no matter if you hated Penix or not, at least he had the arm strength to get it downfield for Drake London to go get it.
Right.
Cousins doesn't even have that like anymore. It looks like it. I think if you are going to rely on Cousins to make those long balls, go with Darnell Mooney over 41.5 receiving yards. I don't hate that bet. He's going to be their only option. He had 4 targets last week. They didn't throw the ball as much as they wanted to, but he's like one of his primary targets. You saw Pitts get a couple over the middle. I never bet Pitts because I bet indiscriminately usually, but Kyle Pitts is an exception for me. He's a bastard, and I don't like that bet that much anyway. But Mooney, we can do Mooney over 41.5. He's lost us twice this season, I think. We're gonna stay in there because he's the only guy that I trust to go get some good catches. He did that for Chicago a few times when certain players were out. He can do it again. He just needs to get the ball to him. So that's on our boy Cousins. So Darnell Mooney over 41.5 receiving yards. That's my other prop. But the main one, like I said, Chase McLaughlin over 7.5 points. I don't know. And I'll probably bet the Bucs with you, dude.
Yeah,
this is so freaking weird.
I'm doing it as we're talking because, like I said, my numbers said it's at 5 or 5.5.
Yeah.
Right? Is what it should be. So, I mean, all these different things. I'm like, what are we doing then? So,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand either. That's what scares me. When I don't understand something, I stay away from it. So, but I will follow you on this one. Let's do it. Screw it. Let's lose together.
Yeah.
Our fan base, if you listen, let's lose together. All right. We're going to go for the Bucs this game.
I took the Bucs -4. I got it.
All right. There it is, everybody. We heard it live. All right. Text me what app that is because I got a 4.5 on.
You don't have no,
I do. The one all day year, every day.
Every day one is at 4.
Got it. That's the one I'm going to be doing. All right, everybody. That'll be it. I'm going to be getting offline and betting the Bucs, and it looks like I'll be putting money on Darnell Mooney. My money's already on the kicker. So thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hopefully we gave you some insight. Have fun this weekend. If you made the playoffs, congrats. If you didn't, there's still money to be made on the books. So you're still in the game no matter what. That's the beauty of prop bets and NFL bets. You're always in the game as long as there's a game. Follow us, BShells13, Dan's DAmbrose04. Dan, anything else?
No, we'll talk next episode. I want to get into when you go into overtime, should you take the ball or
Yeah, let's get into that. We can't do that right now. Goodbye, everybody. We end. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.